Today we're going to be reviewing the earth-grown vegan mozzarella style shreds. I've been looking for this for a few weeks. I saw it in the Aldi ad about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but haven't seen it in any of our local stores until today. We have 4 Aldi local to us that we frequent. So I went to one that we don't usually go to. It's not our normal store this morning, but they did have this there, so we're going to give it a try. I'm going to be making a gluten-free pizza style flatbread for my daughter and I to share for lunch today. She's never had pizza before since she can't have dairy, so we're going to give this mozzarella a try and see how it goes. Okay, the other products that we're going to be using, they're both from Aldi, are these LiveGFree gluten-free wraps. I've had these before. These are one of my favorite Aldi products. I like them. They taste pretty much like just your normal flour wrap, and they crisp up really nicely in a toaster oven. Plus they're still pretty flexible, so you can wrap them up for a sandwich. A lot of you, if you're gluten-free, you know that gluten-free breads can be really crumbly and they fall apart, but these don't do that, so they're gonna make a good base for our pizza. Right, I have not tried this, gonna be using this oregano, tomato, onion, and garlic pasta sauce. They didn't have anything that I saw today that said pizza sauce, but I think this is probably gonna be pretty close. It was only 85 cents, so for 85 cents, we're gonna give it a try. All right, so we've got our first layer, we're gonna use for our crust for our flatbread. Got our sauce open. It smells really good. It smells like your traditional pizza sauce. Got a spoon here. I'm gonna just taste a little bit. Oh, it's good. It tastes like pizza sauce. It's really sweet. You can definitely taste the tomato in it. It's got little chunks of onion in it. That's really good. And maybe a little bit of green pepper. Really excited to see how this turns out on our pizza. It spreads really nicely, just like a marinara sauce would. I'm gonna put a nice thin layer on here before we put it in the toaster oven. You can see chunks of tomato in it. Smells really good, nice and garlicky. All right, now we're gonna open up our vegan cheese and see what that tastes like. All right, we've got our mozzarella cheese. Okay, not gonna lie, I don't love the smell that's coming out of the bag. It smells, I can't really describe it, let me think. It smells a little bit like dirty socks. I know that's a terrible way to describe food, but I cannot think of another way to describe it. My husband makes fun of me because I also think popcorn smells like dirty socks and old stinky dirty gym feet. This has a very similar smell to me. However, there was a gentleman in the store, just another customer who passed us, highly recommended it. He said we should probably try to doctor it up with a little bit of salt and garlic powder. So I am gonna put a little bit of salt and garlic powder in here just because I don't think we're going to like the way this tastes on our pizza without it. You know what, but here, let's try a couple of shreds. All right, here they are, up close. You can see they've got kind of a powdery substance on them. So, not a fan of this before it's melted. It's got a very gritty, grainy texture. Hopefully it'll be better when it's melted on the pizza. Even though I didn't like it like that, I'm still gonna go through and we're gonna try this. All right, so here you can see it on the pizza. You can see that crumbly on it. You can see up close. I think that's the texture that I didn't care for eating it raw. I do love cheese, usually would have no problem eating raw mozzarella shreds out of the bag, but did not care for this. I'm gonna add a little salt, put it in the toaster oven and see what happens. Let's take a look at our nutrition and our ingredients to see if we can figure out what is giving this cheese, that really unique and unusual smell, flavor, and texture. So serving size is a 1/4 cup. That's pretty standard. 90 calories per serving, pretty standard. All right, all of the nutrition information is not much different than your traditional cheese. So as we look at the ingredients, cornstarch, that's probably what I was noting when I said that it had that kind of gritty substance on it. Pea protein, that might be what is giving it such an unusual flavor profile. So we'll see what we think once it is melted. All right, I don't know if you guys can see in there, the light's not very good, but it looks like our cheese is melted and our crust is crispy. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that timer off, pull this out, and see what we think. All right, our pizza is ready. We're gonna take our first bite. See, the cheese, it melted really nicely. It smells a lot better now. It's really creamy, melted. It tastes kind of like mozzarella. It's got a really strong finish. It tastes kind of milky. There's obviously no milk in it because it is a vegan cheese. And you get a little bit of maybe like a kind of like a corn chip flavored aftertaste. So super melty, super stringy, but you can still taste that powder. I think we decided it was probably cornstarch. You can definitely still taste some of that. So not my favorite. I've tried the diet mozzarella cheese shreds before, and those are definitely much better. So this, not a product I would recommend. So it had been my plan to eat the pizza with you guys. However, the cheese on it was, get this, too sticky. It almost had an Elmer's glue-like consistency to it. Yes, that's right, I said Elmer's glue. The cheese was sticking to my hand, sticking to my daughter's hand, so there was just no good way for me to figure out how to film and eat without getting the glue-like cheese everywhere. So all in all, not a product we will be buying again. I don't like eating glue. Don't think you're gonna like eating glue either. Thanks so much for joining us.